part of the experiment for us on Fringe is to do a show that, you know, you can watch every episode and you will see details of ongoing storylines. And in fact, there are definitely stories that we are telling, we have to tell over a long period of time, because if we do it all at once, honestly, it won't be earned, and you'll feel that too. On the other hand, we need to do a show that if you miss an episode, as some people do, you don't come in the next week and feel confounded. It's like some kind of impossible to understand puzzle. So the key is to do a show that has the natural kind of storylines that I'm, for whatever reason, drawn to, Alex and Bob are as well, which is ongoing stories of actual people, you know, evolving, and at the same time do a show that allows an episode to have, in a sense, a beginning, middle, and end, and be satisfied by it. So there are mythology episodes that happen throughout the year, but those are not episodes that, you know, if you didn't see an earlier thing, you're never going to understand what the hell's going on. My guess is, by the way, if you're lucky enough to get, you know, down the line a few years, by the time you're in season 5 or 6, there's no question there'll be a little bit more inside, but at the beginning, we want to make sure that we're inviting as many people as possible.
Okay. I want to ask about sort of this viral marketing that's been going on. At least we think it's viral marketing. There's been over the internet popping up cows and six-figured men and a whole bunch of other things. Where would you suggest people go for the to find out the truth about what's going on Fringe? Which of these sites are real?
Bush administration. I think the Bush administration, if you want to find out the truth about what's going on in
Beatrice. GE.
Rents.com, Infowars.com.
Yeah, here's the thing. Bob is insane. He's a conspiracy theorist of the group, and so this could be a really funny tangent. I have no idea where it's going to go, but Bob is literally like, almost every time we get together for a writing session, and even last year when we were at Comic-Con, you know, we were working on the pilot script, and every day there's at least one unbelievable conspiracy thing, and by the time you're done, you totally believe what Bob's saying. Bob knows where to go for, after this is over, you should just talk to Bob, because he'll take it away.
Okay. This is a question I think some people have been debating on the internet. The pilot for Fringe was available for downloading even before it was here at Comic-Con. Some people insist, speaking of conspiracy theories, that that was on purpose. Do you want to address that?
No, it's definitely not on purpose.
This is a show, I mean, I've already seen on some of the Fringe sites, of which there are many already, spoilers for episode 3. I mean, it's a double-edged sword. On the one hand, it sort of probably pisses you off that people are already getting their plot lines out there. On the other hand, it's kind of cool that people care enough that they're already digging up the truth.
Well, if it were a movie, obviously, it would be a disaster if it got out. But the fact that it's a show, at least the good news is it's all about spreading the word, people feeling familiar with it, and hopefully when people see it, want to come back and we'll see the next episode. But the truth is that you know, if the episode that went out wasn't finished, it didn't have the final cut, there was, you know, scenes missing, there were things that we reshot, the visual effects weren't done, the music wasn't there, so we would not have sent out something that was so far away, you know, in some ways from what we wanted people to see. But we're thrilled that, you know, the response so far has been as positive as it has, and I think that the stories that actually continue to follow the pilot, I think actually are better and stronger in terms of, you know, focusing it. The pilot had a lot of, it was burdened by kind of what it had to do in a way, and I feel like now that episodes are about the characters in the situations that we originally got excited about, as opposed to setting it up in the premise pilot.
So do you want to give us any hints about some of those possible?
And I do think it's possible that JJ did leak the pilot. I don't know. I really don't know.
See what I'm saying? Bob is...
It's possible.
Nothing.